Me and Bob were talking that this is a deflated ball.
Yes.
So obviously you could tell, you know, when you're squeezing the ball. Let me see if I can get. When you're squeezing, you see how it's indenting a little bit.
This thing's been sitting on the shelf
so
here for 3 years.
So obviously you have a better grip on this ball than if you would have a relatively pumped up football.
Right.
And when you get into game, this is a Super Bowl ball, obviously. When you get into the games like the Super Bowl, like the championship games, the balls are relatively new, okay? So when you're playing in conditions like you did last night, like we did in the Super Bowl against Chicago, you get a fully pumped up ball where you can't indent it like that and get a better grip on it. It's slick, it gets slick. It's very tough to grip and very hard to throw, very hard to catch.
Yeah.
So I was wondering what was happening at the beginning of the third quarter. I knew something had to be happening kind of off kilter a little bit. And when I heard about it after the game, it did make sense.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see what they kind of come out with in terms of ruling on that. Just another scheme by the New England Patriots.
There's not a lot of There's the logo. First tweeted this out here. This is the new Lombardi Trophy logo they're sending out there with the deflated football on top of it there. Yeah, that's pretty good. That didn't take long. There's not a lot. You know, we're kind of looking into this. There's not a ton of science in that. It's real simple. If you've ever had a ball in your hand like that, you just kind of know that it's going to it's just different if nothing else.
Right. It makes the ball smaller.
Yeah.
That's what it does. I mean, it makes the ball smaller. It makes the ball easier to grip, to the fact that you can just kind of squeeze it.
Yeah.
And with a normal football, you're squeezing, but you're not indenting the football.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's still rolling off your fingers. This, you can kind of control it any which way you want to go with it.
Yeah.
And with smaller hands, like, I don't know if you have smaller hands, but
I have tiny girly hands.
I mean, you could even throw this ball in the web because you're squeezing it.
Yeah, because you can get a grip on it like that. It's no different trying to palm a basketball.
Exactly.
Like that. It's kind of the same thing.
A smaller deflated basketball you're able to palm.
Yeah.
You can't do that with a full-size basketball. It's kind of the same way with the football.
Yeah, okay. Interesting perspective from a guy who's done this for a living at some point before there. So we'll see where it comes out.
I used to love to find a little bit deflated football. You find one.
You're a better quarterback that way.
Yeah, you spin that thing nice. That thing goes a long way. It's like those Nerf balls that squeeze a little bit. That ball can sail.
Yeah, Josh, grab a Nerf ball for us back there. We got the green Nerf ball back on the thing. There you go. Yeah, any of the above. That's fine. Yeah, say it's one of those.
It's
like
more
that.
like just like that.
See?
I mean, this is a deflated football.
Green one. There's the green one too. There, that's a little more Nerf for us. There,
yeah, this
that's
is the
coming
one
in.
the
There's
kids
the one
play
you want.
with.
That's
this
the
is the one that sails.
See? You sail that thing all the way across the front yard.
Oh, for sure. And if you don't have big hands, it's a deflated football. It is kind of your drain.
Yeah.
Especially in wet conditions. I mean, normally I like wet conditions as a quarterback.
Sure.
I mean, a mist.
Okay.
Because it gets the ball a little wet and it gets your hand a little wet, and the moisture, you're able to get a better grip on the football.
Okay. See, now most people would think otherwise on that bit of moisture is going to just screw things up a little bit.
No, because when it's cold, really cold,
the
ball almost looks chalky, and your hands are so dry that it's really hard to grip. So I do like a little bit of moisture. If it's snow, if it's rain,
tacky a little bit.
Gets it tacky a little bit. What we quarterbacks don't like is wind.
Sure.
Wind and freezing temperatures. Okay. But I mean, a mist is okay. But the monsoon we had last night, I mean, that's like dipping the ball in a bucket of water and trying to
and then dumping that bucket on your head.
Exactly.
Trying to make it work from there. We're talking last night. We got Reggie Wayne after the game last night in the locker room, and Chappell's asking him about contract and what's it going